Girl, what? Girl, what?
Girl, what? Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Girl, What? Do you love it?
Do I love
The
it?
Girl, What?
Girl, what? Yes. I say that every weekend, I feel like.
I say it every
With
few
the
days.
boys.
I love that. I'm your favorite host, Danielle Denise. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the pod, listen to it on Apple or Spotify, rate it, give it 5-star reviews. Please and thank you. Today, I am joined by Miss Simone Serrial.
Hello.
Hey girl, hey. How you doing?
Good.
You're
How
looking
are you?
good.
Thank you.
Problem.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the studio.
This is fab.
It's official. This is my second time doing it, and I'm like, I'm going to have to stay this lane because...
I was not expecting this. This is
Yeah?
crazy. Whoa.
It was either this or I would have had you come to my house,
Yeah.
which is a little... It's not a bad setup,
Yeah.
but it's just a little more like things that I have to figure out, and I just don't want to have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know? I'm going to outsource.
How many podcasts have you had so far? Like, I mean, until you got here.
Well, this is episode 85.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So it's been a journey. It's been a
Okay.
journey.
Okay.
So I can only say that I'm now confident enough to invest in this type of setup now. And, you know, I'm only going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So
Yeah, this is dope. I love it.
Thank you. So you guys, Simone is a phenomenal. Like, if you don't follow her, you really should on Instagram because she is so entertaining, so artsy. Like, I just love your vision. I love the art that you share and the artists that you
thank
post.
you.
Oh my God, killer. And then your fashion, out of this world. It's just so free spirit. It's just beautiful. It's like
Thanks.
fantasy. Like, you just recently posted your, I want to call it like a Hogwarts Institute, like schoolgirl. It's giving anime, but then it was like cut up. Like, what was that?
You know, I think it's like, well, I work for Love and Lemons, and so I'm
Yes.
on TikTok. Our feed on TikTok is like all the fashion girlies, and I thought I was just dressing like Gen Z, and the Gen Z intern that works on the PR team,
Yeah.
she was like, "That's millennial." So I don't know, and it wasn't even like everyone keeps saying it was like Hogwarts, but
Yes.
I just, it's kind of like Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid was kind of doing that like cropped. I don't know where the tie came from, honestly, but
Did she? Okay.
Yeah, she was doing this like cropped shirt thing, and so that's kind of
Like very Miu Miu.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, because I saw all the
Exactly.
references, but I was just like, chic, because she went out to brunch like this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it just got all the attention.
I dress up for everything. Like if
I
I'm going to
love
the
it.
grocery store, I think it's like a holdover from childhood. Like I just loved dressing up, and I never stopped.
Yeah.
And so that's what that is. Like why have clothes?
When you can't wear them.
Yeah,
wear
it's
'em.
just wear it. Just be the center of attention always. That's my
Be it, yeah.
philosophy.
It's okay to take up space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's totally fine. So we're all over the place already, but Miss Simone is a brand director. She has been a fashion girly the entire time I've known her. We actually just crossed paths at one of our previous employers, and we didn't even work in the same department, but I just always saw you because every outfit was just killer. And I'm like, damn, like I know that's probably like her down casual like outfit, but it's still like killer shoes, killer top, killer jacket. And I'm just like,
Well, I also am a big vintage enthusiast, and it's like if I'm
Love
gonna,
that.
I look for. Oh my god, my Etsy collections are like top tier. If you ever
insane.
need any recommendations, I have them all. But
Good to know.
I look at the runway and I'm like, I can find that on Etsy for sure because it's everything. Fashion is cyclical,
Yeah.
and so everything comes around again. So I've turned
Everything comes
into
back.
Yeah, it's like I've turned into a Etsy miner, you know. I mine for clothes, so.
Literally, and that does that mean you also are good at thrifting?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I don't know, maybe it's the pandemic or maybe I'm just lazy, but I have gotten so good at buying stuff online that I rarely go to thrift stores. Plus, LA is really picked over. So if I go visit somewhere, I usually go thrifting.
It's a better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But LA is like kind of, I don't know. The vintage here is kind of sucks. So.
I think it's harder here because, you know, there's so many pockets of just places to buy clothes.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Like, you got to know where to go, where to dig.
And it's all very much overpriced.
Very overpriced.
I'm just like,
pretty pennies.
why is the Salvation Army like as much as a regular store? So
And that's not right. And people
Yeah.
donated that.
exactly.
Like, what are we doing?
And that's for, you know, it's like, it's
Right.
not
You're supposed to be giving back.
exactly.
Not charging them premium dollars.
Exactly. What's happening here? So
That's LA though, you know, it's a tax.
Yeah.
It's a luxury tax here.
exactly.
But yes, no, I love the fashion. I adore it. Keep going, girlie. You are an inspo.
Thanks. That's why I was like, is this gonna be on video? Because I need to get my shit together. If like,
Yeah, girl. I apologize. I should have given you a better heads
no,
up.
it's
But
fine.
no, yeah, you still look phenomenal. Like, this is, I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I think I want to do like in the future like a fashion segment on my pod, but again, I gotta have like fashion girlies come on.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
guys
I
don't
know
care.
a lot
Yeah?
of fashion girlies. So
Ooh, okay.
if you
well,
ever need a
listen.
plug,
Okay, girl, what will be expanding into a fashion segment. So let's get into one of the topics that is pop culture related. There is a show called Swarm on Amazon Prime, and it's wild. It's a wild show. Various interpretations of the show I've learned from, I guess, the writers, both Donald and, I forgot her name, Nadia. But the writers of the show, but they have said that it is actually not about the Beehive per se.
oh really?
They said that, but like I'm like, you're gonna have to tell me what it is. They didn't say what it was then. So I feel like it was like a Jordan Peele production. You know how he shoots his movies where it's like no explanation. Whatever you thought it was is the
Oh,
answer.
interesting. Okay.
That's how I'm going to interpret it because I took it for face value and like every little story of the episodes, like I know you didn't watch the whole season, but I don't know if episode 2 had the episode of, and this is spoilers, but the episode that was touching on the whole Sanaa Lathan biting Beyonce rumor.
Oh, is it her?
Yes.
Oh, we were talking about that yesterday. Well, one of my friends said that there is another show called I'm a Stalker. And it's rumored to be someone that they featured on that show who's now in jail for stalking a celebrity.
Oh, listen, see what I mean?
Wow.
Every episode was so different too. So it could have been like one episode was this
Yeah.
episode is that. Again, it was so choppy, but I was so entertained and I was
Yeah.
just like, well, what is the next episode going to bring? Like they had me hooked. Even though it was like it ended weird, but
So
it felt like a metaphor.
so you watched the entire thing.
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I need to get back into it. It was just like really intense, so I was like, I'm gonna take a
Yeah.
break. But I loved it, and I love that he shot it all on film, which is like insanity.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that was like the most impressive thing to me. But I loved it, and I saw this weird. I didn't read the Vox. I saw this thing on Vox, and it was like, this show is anti-black woman, and I'm like, is it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I didn't read it, so I have no thoughts on
Got
that.
it.
But I was like, bookmark. What does this mean?
Yeah.
But I suppose that's just like another interpretation, you know, that you could take away. I think it was mainly because it was like I don't know, Donald Glover, maybe, I don't know, the way Black women are portrayed throughout the show.
Could be. I mean, I didn't find it anything negative towards Black women, because there was something I read from the actress Dominique, who's like the main character.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, no, I was just channeling my serial killer.
Yeah.
Like, she was just,
why can't we just be in a serial killer movie? Like, why can't it just be that, you know?
yeah, I liked that angle. Like, it is different for Black women in general to be in that space.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was here for all of it, because, you know, Black women are all over the show. It's not even just her, but Chloe Bailey did good to me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people weren't feeling that, and I was like,
Oh, yeah,
that one little sex scene. And I'm like,
yeah,
guys.
and I think they've given her the Madonna complex, you know, like she's not supposed to be in scenes like that. And it's like, she's a grown woman.
Yeah,
like,
she's grown. Let her go.
Let her do her thing.
And it's also acting. Like, if any space she's gonna be naked in, at least it's in a show. I'm not mad at that. And again, I actually want her to be in more shows. Like, that looked like a good lane for her. She looked comfortable. I wasn't mad.
No,
I wasn't mad.
Not mad either. But
Yeah,
I can't wait to get back into it. But
yeah,
I mean, I thought it was really it's like a dark comedy. I love it.
That part. That's where that's what felt like Donald Glover to me.
Yeah.
It's that Atlanta dark humor, and but also mystery, and like, what the fuck is going on? Surrealism. Yeah. A little horror, because a lot of blood. There's a lot going on, a lot of killing, but there is a story to be told.
Yeah.
It's just wild. It's just like, wow, like, what is going on? Even Billie Eilish, I think she killed her spot or her role.
How far into the episodes does she come in?
I think she's like episode 5.
Oh, okay.
4 or 5. It's only 7 episodes, but they do run a little long.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna watch tonight.
yeah, when you get there, at first I wasn't even sure if that was her, but I was like, no, I recognize the icy blue eyes. But
I heard that Malia Obama was one of the writers.
shut up.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think like just the entire production was meaningful, you know, in a lot of ways. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a great show. So
Yeah, I'm here for it. If you didn't like it, cool. I understand the writing was very abstract, but I think give it a chance before you absolutely say no, and then, you know, just ride the wave, and then laugh a little. Because it really did seem like this is Beyonce's fans.
yeah.
They will kill you.
Yeah. I mean, also my theory is, okay, so I feel like okay, this is my theory.
Okay.
Renaissance, the album, it clearly is mirroring the whole thing, right? Wait, is it Chloe or Halle's in? Who's
Chloe.
Chloe's in it. Isn't she an artist under Beyonce? She
Beyonce's
had to have
artist.
had it signed off on this, and
100%.
and everyone is basically surmising, you know, like the whole thing is this the story of Beyonce and the Bayhive or whatever, however you say it.
Yeah.
So I just think it's an arm of marketing for the album. That's my theory.
And I
And
feel
I
like,
think it is genius.
yeah, there's no wrong theory here.
Yeah.
That's why this show is so great, because it makes you think of everything. Is it a marketing ploy? Yes. Is it a horror show? Yes. Is it satire? Yeah.
And the
It's a little
fact
bit
that
of everything.
the album is called Festival and it's being released during Festival.
I didn't even catch that. Oh no, see, I could watch it again. I'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
mind blown.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
so many gems in that in that show. Like, there's even an episode where you'll see Leon. You remember Leon from like Waiting to Excel, The 5 Heartbeats.
Oh,
Above
yeah.
the Rim.
He's
that
in
Leon. He's in it. Like, they have some stars in that show, and I'm like, wow,
Oh, okay. Well,
it's bizarre. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, watch it, and then, you know, give me your feedback on girlwhat_pod on Instagram. So speaking of Beyonce, just gonna get into, she was pretty hot this month, or last month. Her contract was up with Adidas, the Ivy Park contract, which I think it just ended, but people are saying like it underperformed, which I do believe there probably was some underperformance going on, because honestly, I didn't see it in the streets like that. Not like that. But within that same week, there was the Vogue rollout and what I assumed to be a collaboration with Balmain. Her and Balmain, what I thought was going to be, we're making clothes together, but it looks like it's turning out to be Balmain's inspiration, or a collection inspired by Renaissance, which is still cool. I'm not mad at that. But then, I don't know. Did you like the campaign? How did you feel about it?
You know, she wore some of the pieces already, and I think she's worn 3, and 2 out of the 3 I hated.
The pink one?
It was the pink one.
The pink velvet one was
It was interesting, but then it was like this weird, like
a onesie
shoe.
into
Yeah,
the shoe
it was-
situation.
I don't know. It's just like every day I ask, why isn't La Roche styling her?
Stylist.
You know, like what's happening? What happened? I even looked that up. I Googled it. I'm like, have they ever worked together? Like, what can I find out about this?
That's very interesting, actually. Now that you say that, I guess they never have.
No, and I don't know. I think,
Like, why not?
I don't know if this is true or somebody was just telling me this, but I think she just wants her way,
I was about to say that.
you know, and
Her or her mom.
yeah, and she just doesn't make good fashion choices a lot of the time.
But she thinks she's a fashion girly. Like,
Yeah,
she's like, I know what's in. I know what's hot.
but I mean, like, how can you not? You're on the top of the world, and
Yeah.
everyone's hyping you up, and it's delusion, you know.
And power, you know? She's been in the game for a very long time.
Yeah,
So I can only imagine, like, with the work ethic she has, the type of person she probably
Yeah.
is off.
super
that.
type A and
Oh,
control
yeah.
freak. Yeah,
Super, super. And a Virgo,
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
It's actually all making sense now. Like, oh, okay.
But I wonder if the whole Ivy Park thing humbled her a little bit. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if she understands that people just weren't feeling, and I wonder how much like creative input she had too.
Yeah, because when you work with big corporations and it's a collaboration, I even still do that currently at my current job. I did it a lot at Revolve. You know, when you work with other people, they probably really only have like 10% of creative control.
Yeah, it's just her name,
It's the name.
technically,
Right. And then you have the designers sketching it out, and then you go through the fitting process, and now you really have to modify due to fit.
But yeah,
So it gets watered down quite a bit by the time production rolls out. And then, but ever since it started, to be honest, the colors didn't grab me. The fit was huge.
the colors were always so like
It was a lot.
It was like a high school colors.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
Like
this?
the burgundy and orange.
Who?
That was a strong color choice.
Yeah.
Or like a mint green. And I'm like,
Like,
No.
just go with the trendy millennial green or whatever you call it. Jenna X green. Like, what are we doing?
the colors were wild. They were so all over the place.
It stressed me out because every time the collection would drop, I'm like, that just,
It didn't
hit.
That was me every time. Because I worked by the
so
Cool
angry.
Kicks, and they had the campaign like plastered of her, and I was just like,
Honestly, people think I'm dragging Beyonce. I'm not. I just expect more from her. And she is the most powerful woman in the world. And she consistently dresses like shit. The only time that sorry, can
No,
I
but she
cuss?
does.
The only time that I ever love her outfits, and I love these outfits, they're all the show outfits.
Their show outfits are pretty.
Yeah,
They're great, and it's probably a costume designer for that.
Yes, just go with that, babe. Like, what are you doing?
Work with him more. Like, collaborate on some like actual outfits.
Exactly. That's why, like, the Beaumont thing, I was like some of it, I'm curious to see on her. She's very curvaceous.
She
so,
couldn't pull
like,
all those looks off, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate
That's
to say.
like it, because if you saw it just without seeing it on her, it'd be like, oh, that's a cool concept. But then 2 of the outfits, I was like, why did they with stripes? That Cheshire cat thing. I'm like, no, that's not.
Or the giant sunbeam shield thing on the front. I was like,
yeah.
it was kind of, and even the outfit she was in like the photo shoot where it's like super crystallized from head to toe, embellishments. I was still not moved. I was a little underwhelmed by that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I just feel like it's her.
Struggles.
Yeah.
And she
doesn't sell
just wears those dumb glasses. Like, I'm
Oh,
like,
those little
take the glasses off. Take them off.
She be wearing them out. They're not even in style anymore. She's
I'm
still
like,
going.
What in the Claire's? Stop
You
with
can
the
get them in
glasses.
Santee Alleys for $7 easily.
And she always has a dumb little bag. I'm like, girlfriend.
I feel like she stopped caring about 3 or 4 years ago, where she's just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna show up.
Yeah.
I feel like she's high 90% of the time. And
You
she's
think?
just like, oh yeah, look at her eyes. They're just
Really?
so like
I love
restful.
those high Beyonce.
I'm not mad at it. She's probably like decent to be around now,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
like when she's not, if she's in work mode, she's probably like,
Yeah.
don't talk to me unless you're trying to get shit done.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm sure when she's chill and she's had her little edible or something, she's
Yeah,
giving me,
that
because that's
is-
how I look when I'm on my little edibles.
That
Just
is so
chill,
funny.
restful, my eyes just like a little low. But
I've never thought about Beyonce being high, and now,
oh yeah, I feel like that's why she also doesn't talk a lot. She's like,
yeah.
I don't
Well, she's like a bad interviewee, and I think someone at some point was like, maybe not. Don't stop.
but see,
Less is more.
and that's probably why her clothes struggled. Because you gotta be, if she's gonna do it, she's gotta be like Rihanna in a way where she has
Yeah.
to promote, campaign, talk. Like, I wear this on Saturdays. I work out in my Ivy Park. She didn't even say she worked out in her own shit.
Yeah.
I'm not about to buy your shit.
Yeah.
So
She had those like weird mom photo shoots, and it was like, what are we doing? Oh man.
it's rough. We do love Beyonce here. We're not anti. We just, would want
I just want
the
better.
best.
I just want better for her.
Yeah, we just wanted the best of her, but it really does seem like she's just, tapping out a little by little each year. I feel like she may have one more good concert after this one.
Yeah.
And then she's
And
going
then
to shut
special
the door.
appearances. And that's it.
If that, maybe Dubai again if they pay her,
Yeah.
but she's
Yeah.
going to be like,
Dubai.
no. That was a rough costume show as well. But
Yeah, I didn't even watch it because I was like, this is a weird one-off. Like, I don't know
it
about
was.
this.
Because it was a lot of like camera footage from other people's phone. It wasn't, I couldn't find like a quality performance shot.
Interesting. Okay.
Did you find one?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, well, maybe I wasn't
No, it was all on
looking.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So.
TikTok, Instagram.
And she didn't really move, right? There was like no
No.
dancers, you know.
She said, I'm just showing up.
Yeah. She was like, give me my $1 billion and
And my kitten heels.
yeah. I'm just going
And
to
let's
stand in the middle
boogie.
of the stage and
Yeah. You guys can press the button so that thing goes up.
yeah,
Something
exactly. Exactly.
Make the waterfall shoot out. That's it. That's all you paid me to do. No, I can only imagine. Like, I feel like I'd want to hang out with her sister a little more, but
She's been quiet.
she must be chilling. I don't know.
Yeah, like she hasn't really done anything in a minute, but I love Solange, man.
Yeah, she's a vibe, as the kids say.
Yeah.
But she's definitely like, there's an energy to her. It's like, oh no, yeah, I fuck with you. Like,
Yeah.
we can go kick it. We can go to brunch. Like, she just gives me that. Like, I just want to chill.
I feel like she's like what SZA wants to be. Although I love SZA.
Oh, you met her?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
I haven't met her either.
I haven't met her, but I feel like
That's a hot
SZA
take.
teeters on the edge of like, it's like Kalela and Solange, you know?
Interesting.
Like, but you've heard that whole rumor about how she's like a pathological liar.
SZA?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like all over TikTok. She just like lies about the weirdest things.
Oh,
You haven't
wow.
heard that? Oh my God.
And she probably does. I think she embraced her surgeries.
Oh, really?
So I think, don't quote me. I thought
Wait,
she
what
said
surgeries?
something. She got her butt done. She definitely got the
Really?
BBL situation. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It looks good. I will say at least she got some good work. It don't look too crazy. I don't think she needed it. She was pretty curvy, but
Yeah, exactly.
you can only tell now because now her waist is just super nipped and it's just ass.
Oh. Did she do anything with her face?
I feel like she's messed with her face a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think that's all filters. It definitely looked like, that chin narrowing filler situation
Okay.
and a lip.
Yeah.
But again, if you ask her if she lies about that, then yeah, I guess she is a pathological
Yeah.
liar.
I mean, so many women lie about that.
Oh, for no reason. Just own it.
Just own it.
Like, we see you.
I
We
love
knew what you
Botox.
looked.
Get Botox.
Yeah, I
Everyone
want a
get
little.
Botox.
Just a little bloop bloop
Boop,
right
boop,
between the
boop,
eyes.
You know?
So I look well rested every day. Let's leave Miss Beyonce alone. I know she has a lot going on. She's a mom, lots of kids. I feel like if she does try clothes again, it'll be with Blue, like her daughter.
Yeah, that would be cute.
It would make sense because
Yeah.
at least Blue will have her input and probably pick things that are trendy for her age group.
I always wonder what Blue is going to
Be
grow
like.
up to be. Yeah. Like, is it music? Is it art? Is it fashion? She just seems like a boss already. Like, I would just, I'm scared of her. Like, I'm like, you're running shit and you're, how old is she? 12 or something?
Yeah, maybe 10. I don't even know, but she's taller than me, I think.
Really?
She looks so tall in pictures. I don't know how tall she really is, but I feel like we're eye level. If not, she got me beat.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'2".
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah. I'm only 5'3", so yeah.
we'll see. She might be eye level with you.
Yeah.
And I feel like her and like Kim's daughter North, they're going to be just like, they're going to do whatever they want.
North is
Sky's the limit.
unhinged. Like,
North is already pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's online. She's doing the TikToks.
Yeah.
She knows what to do. Mom even features, she's in there.
Yeah.
That's her life now.
Oh, Jesus.
She don't have to do nothing else.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, this new wave of generation, the not TikTok, but just being an influencer in general is already like a job that they aspire to be.
Yeah.
So
I mean, their whole life is online, so
it's crazy.
what else is there?
And I kind of want to get off. That's the irony, because like the more I pod and I have to be online and I have to have a presence, it's like, great.
Yeah.
Now I gotta be here.
I don't know. I go back and forth. Sometimes there's like weeks where I'll just be off because I'm like, I don't want to be perceived. I don't want people to have any thoughts about me, and so I'll do this weird little back away, but kind of addicted. So
Oh no, you
I
do,
gotta
because
show my little outfits.
you have outfits to show off every single time. But you do repost TikToks that are hilarious.
Yeah.
So you saved me the time to be on TikTok because you got it. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go for the TikTok of the day on Simone's page.
Yeah. I mean, like, grown-ups don't want to be on TikTok, so I do it for you. Okay. I will bear that burden. So
Right. You stay tuned in.
yeah.
But do you have to do that for work too?
Well,
It's not really part of it.
so no, it's like I have to be on TikTok. I have to understand what's happening there, but like, there's the work feed and then there's my personal. And I think TikTok is the most amazing platform just because I've learned so much on TikTok that I've never learned in my entire life, especially like Black history. I'm like, I'm 44 years old. How do I not know this? Like, this is insane. So Gen Z is like school. I'm going to school of TikTok. So
TikTok University.
yeah, I just
Sign
think it's
up.
incredible. And it's the absurdity of it too. And it's like, you know, a million, I don't know how many people are on it, a billion people on.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that there's so many talented people in this world blows my mind as well. And
It's endless.
yeah,
Endless creativity. I will say
endless
that.
creativity.
Yeah. Now, okay, so getting into that, and you know how the U.S. is trying to ban TikTok, which I don't even think is possible. How would you feel if it was actually banned?
I don't even want to think about it.
She's like, absolutely not.
It's like, you don't understand how much time
Oh, you
it takes up.
on there.
I'm on there.
That's what I'm scared of. I can't get on it. Like, I can't.
I would be really sad, but I think it would free up a lot of hours. I'd have to go outside and like look at the world because actually Instagram bores me. It's like, I'm such a TikToker. I don't make any TikToks, but like, that is my platform. Yeah. I go on Instagram literally just to talk to my friends. Like, my friends we don't even text anymore. We talk in the DMs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My mom doesn't even like to text. She's like, just DM me.
DM your mom?
I don't know how this happened. Also, Instagram is like a dating app too.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
it's always been that.
It's a communication platform now. So to me, nothing will fill the void if TikTok goes away. I'll be very, very sad. So
you'll be going through withdrawals, a little bit of shakes.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, you wouldn't be alone. There'd have to be like a rehab center for
I feel
all
like
of y'all.
People would revolt if like
that's what I'm
TikTok really went away.
All hell will break loose.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. And it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people's livelihoods too who are influencers.
Exactly.
So it's like,
exactly.
Let's be real. Like,
yeah.
US is just crazy.
Yeah, and it's so apparent, especially to the people on TikTok, that Instagram is doing this. So it's like, do you really want that backlash? You know? So
no,
I don't know.
But that's the scary thing about social media. It's just ever evolving. Something's always changing. Like, there's some creator rights that were removed from, I think, Instagram Reels, and now you can't get paid a certain dollar. And like, I have friends who are like straight influencers, and they're like, well, WTF, like, that was easily 10K that I'm losing. And it's like, damn, that is a lot of money to lose.
Yeah, I don't really know what the end game is for Instagram at all.
Well, you see, they sold blue checks, and people ate that shit up.
Oh my God.
Ate that shit up. $15.
I'm going to get a blue check.
You going to do it?
No.
I was about to say, please be real,
I'm
going
to get 3 blue checks. Can you
3?
do that?
Like, check. Like, you obviously haven't heard of me. I'm verified 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah, when I saw that, somebody posted about how like millions of people got it.
$15?
$15, just making Instagram an easy, cool like $50 million because so many people did it.
People are so stupid. This is why I hate Instagram. It's the people on it. Like, be fucking for real.
I mean, they all have their flaws, because I was a Twitter girly first, and I still have it, but it's just a wild, wild west of a place now, especially with Elon as the head, and he charges for the blue checks on there, but it's only like $5.
Yeah.
But people are still eating it up the same way. Like, people like validation that much.
This makes me so tired.
I mean, it's just mental illness, just a little twinge of it, a little spoonful of it. Everyone has it. It's okay. God. My thing is just don't act funny. Don't start acting different because you have this blue check.
No.
Please. You still have 15 followers. Relax. Anyway, let's get into our main topic today. Miss Simone is here because she had the opportunity to work on a very. I actually enjoyed the show at the time, but I watched it recently and it's fucking terrible. But
Yeah.
it was a time. It was a timepiece. Miss Simone got to work on the Girls Next Door show that was on the E network, I think.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't remember it, it was with Hugh Hefner and 3 of his girlfriends and basically showing the life of living in the mansion and doing random things every episode. If anything, this is what the Kardashians mapped their career off of.
Yeah, 1,000%. It was the original
Yes.
reality show.
It was a
you know.
reality show and they just followed them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to know, how was that experience? How did it come to be?
So I was actually on this spin-off show. So when all of the girls broke up with Hugh, they all each had their own show, and I was on Bridget's Sexiest Beaches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Bridget had her own show.
Yeah, like I think Kendra had one with her man.
Her husband at the time.
Yeah.
Hank something.
And then I can't even remember Holly's show. Was that the one in Vegas or something? I don't know.
She had like a residency in
Yeah.
Vegas, the Peep Show, which was the. Yeah.
And then
I
she
feel
met
like-
that magician guy or whatever.
Was that the David?
I don't.
There's so many magicians, but yes, she
The
dated
edgy one. I don't know. But yeah.
Chris Angel.
Chris Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
At time.
Bridget had it was like a travel channel show, but it was her in a bikini.
Okay.
Like every episode, it was just her in different bikinis. So I moved from San Francisco down to LA thinking I wanted to be a stylist. And I think I just reached out to my old college friends. One of my college friends' girlfriends was her hairstylist, Bridget's hairstylist. I think she did hair for all the girls, but Bridget was her homegirl. And I got hired on the show as Bridget's personal assistant / stylist. And we went to Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, Croatia, Spain.
Ooh.
And then I think the show got canceled.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but we went to various cities in each country, and I just reached out to a million swim companies at the time and was like, I'm doing the show, send me all of your bikinis.
Nice.
But it was hectic. It was like a super hectic travel schedule. There was no downtime. It was 12-hour work days. And then you'd have to be up to travel to the next city at 5 in the morning. And then when you landed, start working. So everyone was on edge. There was a lot of drama. But I was on one Girls Next Door episode. She called Hugh, and I handed her the phone. So I was like, actually, they showed me on TV. I walked up to her on the beach and handed her her phone.
You had real screen time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. A couple of my friends have seen me on reruns, and I'm like, that was me. But yeah, it was there. It was weird. It was Bridget spilled a lot of tea about, Hugh Hefner, and it was interesting.
Oh, she was kind of open to talking about it.
Yeah, it was low-key culty.
Yeah, I see the vibes. I see the vibes.
They basically were paid, they were his kept women, and they made money every month. Every month that they were with him, they made money.
Like an allowance.
And she just saved hers. But they had curfews. They had to be back at the house at 8. And if they went out to dinner, that was code for he wanted to have sex that night.
Oh, okay.
And it was
you know the drill.
yeah. They'd go
Get
out
your
to
steak.
dinner and they'd all have to have sex together, which was interesting.
Fun.
I'm like, do you like women, or was that just
It sounds
gay
like
for pay?
Right, you really don't know, but it does sound like a lot of like the storylines for like those cult polygamous groups in Utah.
Yeah.
It's no different. It's just here,
Yeah.
and it was a lot more flashy and swaggy. You
Yeah.
know, like he was just so charming and he looked good. I think when you look good too, that helps.
Yeah. But he
But
was 80.
at that time, yes, he was 80. He looked good when he was younger.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing, like I was looking at old episodes of The Girls Next Door on YouTube recently, and I was just like, wow, yeah, this is gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine? And,
Ugh.
you know, the, what do you call it? The mansion is disgusting.
It looks awful. Like
It's,
it's so dated, and like it looks like it needs a deep cleaning.
oh my God. The floors were like, it was carpeted and just
Ew.
dog poo and piss everywhere. Just stains. It smelled like, it wasn't, it's like, after working on that show, I'm like, nothing is what it seems, you know? So,
I can only imagine.
yeah.
I can only imagine. Like, it just doesn't even seem like that show. The girls were being real. Like,
No.
they were all like playing character for the
Totally.
show, or probably for Hefner, and that's just how they operate around him.
Yeah.
And it just looked uncomfortable. Like,
yeah. And they
ugh.
didn't, I feel like they all kind of had careers, but like not really like crazy long lasting careers. You know, like
yeah.
I mean, I guess like I know, like everyone kind of knows who they are, but it's not like they became like, I don't know. They're what are they doing now? You know?
I was about to say, I just recently saw Holly drop a book.
Oh,
And I think that was
was
last
it? Is
year.
it like a tell-all?
It's a tell-all book
Yeah.
as well. I think they all, except for Bridget. I think Kendra did that maybe a few years
Yeah.
prior to hers. So, but you also see that Kendra and Holly don't like each other. There's a lot of tension there. And Bridget has always been that neutral one, like she's
Yeah.
just happy to be there.
Yeah.
But what was it? Did you ever get to speak to the girls or Bridget herself?
Oh yeah, it was like
Okay.
every single day
Okay, so
with
you're
her.
actually
Yeah, and she was
Okay.
nice. She was
Okay.
very nice. I can't remember if I met Kendra. I think I did very briefly. Holly I met. She was sweet.
Okay.
They were all very nice. It was just like kind of creepy. Like I don't
Yeah.
just like you did this, but you know what? No judgment. I mean, it's fine.
It's like it was agreed upon by the girls at the time, but that it was also they were preyed upon, you know, because a lot of the girls were young. Well, even how old, if you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you were on the show?
So that was like 10 years ago, or maybe 12 years
The
ago.
show was like early
32?
2000s. 32? Okay.
Yeah.
So at that time, well, I mean, that's actually a cool time to do it, I feel like, because you aren't. I mean, I don't know. How did you feel being
Yeah,
there?
I
Like,
wasn't like it,
Like,
I had a
impressioned.
sense of self.
yeah,
You
know, what I
know,
mean?
like
Yeah.
I think I'd gotten out all of my craziness in, you know, Santa Barbara during college. And so,
Yeah.
and this was like, okay, I need to make a career or create a career. You know, what is my life? And so that's kind of like what I was like, the mindset that I was on. And yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone was interested in preying on me. Like, I think it was like
Yeah.
very much this like, I don't know. I think the sleaziest part about that whole experience was actually the production company that put it on, because I think they did a lot of reality shows. And back in the day, you know, it was like, you know how everyone talks about how Tyra's show is so toxic, and it was
yeah.
like during the heyday of really fucked up reality television where they were just trying to like encourage drama.
It was
you
like
know?
trolling before we knew the term.
Yeah.
Like they were just doing anything.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
get you
So
riled
that
up.
was like, and I'm sure the reality shows are still like that, obviously.
100%.
But like that was the beginnings of it, and so it was that was the element that was like not okay.
Yeah.
But you know, Bridget herself, she was very sweet. One weird thing was my friend who got me hired. She wouldn't. Apparently, Bridget and the other girls, all like they were together for like 4 years, but 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They were never
Yeah.
apart. So it was kind of like they were almost in like a prison together. And so when we were out in this on this show, like filming, she made my friend like sleep with her in her bed because she was so used to having people around. She just like needed her to be by her side. So I felt that like my friend was like going crazy. She's like, I just want to have 5 minutes alone. But I wake up with her and I go to bed with her and I'm with her all day.
Oh, so she did it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, I
Yeah.
don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
Not at this age anyway. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely not, girl.
Yeah.
But that just
Yeah.
speaks volumes to the type of personalities that live there. Like, she might be the only one who was actually comfortable there.
Who, Bridget? Or
Mhm.
I don't know.
Because, like, what is, like, sleeping with someone is like a codependency thing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's a tie to per se, but it sounds like she likes, maybe she just feels safer with the girls.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
that's
it
what it
was.
is.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I think it was like Stockholm syndrome. Like
Yeah.
she'd had this routine for so long because
Yeah.
they literally could not. They didn't have a life outside of Hugh Hefner.
And they weren't right. They weren't supposed to have like boyfriends
No.
or anything.
They literally had a curfew. They had to be like at the house by 8 and couldn't go out and like do things themselves. So that's what that felt like to me. Like it was just like a hold over from the show. Like she wasn't used to being alone. So
Wow.
yeah, I feel like psychologically that was like a little bit weird, but you know.
I mean, yeah, I hope they're all doing okay mentally
Yeah.
now
Uh-huh.
because it's been some time, but I think they've all gone through it, especially Kendra. I remember her show was also a very toxic reality show with her husband. They were off and
Yeah.
on for years.
Right?
So I don't know what she's up to now, but
Because they got divorced, right?
they got divorced, but I think she had 2 kids with him. I don't even know, but I just remember her more vividly because at the time I lived in San Diego and she was from San Diego. She got picked up at the Hooters that my friends actually worked at. And that was the other thing, that connection. I think Holly too was from the Hooters but in Santa Monica.
Oh.
And it's like, does he would just like go to the the Hooters and just like scout?
Probably.
Like that one,
Probably.
blonde, blue eyes. It's so sick. It is so sick. Like when you think about it in totality, it's like
Yeah.
this exists, and I'm sure
This
it's
exists.
still going in different scenarios and different rich
Well,
white
it's
men.
kind of like I came to LA to be a model, but then I ended up on this side of things. You know, like not everyone can be like on the runway, you know. So
Yeah, I have that dream as well. Like catwalks. Just put me there. I know I'm not height. I'm missing the height, but I understand. But I love that you explored.
yeah.
You know, you didn't just say, you know, modeling's not for me. I'm just going to go back home. Where are you actually from?
I'm from Corona, California.
Okay, shout out
Yeah.
to Corona. Shout out to Riverside County.
Crown Town.
Crown Town.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Nothing
but-
wrong with Corona. I like Glen Ivy. That's my
yeah,
spot.
you do know. Okay.
I'm familiar. That's the only place I've been to in
Glen
Corona,
Ivy's tight still. Like it's the
just
best.
too busy now,
Yeah.
I love it when it's a slow day. You just go in.
You got to go during the week.
Yeah,
you know?
Literally. That's like my mom and mine. That's our Disneyland.
Okay.
Spa.
Yeah.
We will plan a day during the week, take the work off and all that.
There's really not anything like that
Anywhere.
around. No. It's actually actually a very interesting place because it's like there's like spas, but they're all like indoor or man-made or,
Yeah.
and then there's like hot springs in the mountains.
Yes, in the mountains.
But
far. This one's actually a little closer, and then it's pools, and it's nice. So it's like a little piece of Hawaii just tucked up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Shout out to Glen Ivy.
Yeah.
Take your mom for Mother's Day. She'll enjoy it.
And the other thing, Bridget, she would want to eat like Pizza Hut in the middle of like this country.
Wow.
And she only ate, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. She only ate fast food. Like she hated
She couldn't get
food
into the culture.
Yeah,
foods.
but then, so I was like, I'm going to be pissed if she says something about Jamaican food. But then she tried it. We got to Jamaica, and I don't know why or what happened, but because there is fast food around. I mean, it's few and far between, but she ended up trying the food and liking it and eating it every day. And I was like, but that's Jamaica for you. Like, it's magical. It's a magical place. So I'm not surprised.
I love that. I can't even imagine what she ordered. Like, besides jerk chicken, maybe she had a little aki.
Yeah, she tried everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really, truly incredible. And, Jamaican food isn't like the easiest to jump right in from like fast food. I only eat fast food.
Yeah.
And, like Spanish food is just bread, like bread, and, like seafood, yeah.
Tapas.
And she was not.
Maybe she wasn't feeling that. She's like,
yeah, I don't know.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I was like, this has got to stop. But yeah, when everyone relaxed once we got to Jamaica, I think people were smoking weed and like just it was magical. We stayed at Goldeneye, which is it's like the celebrity hotel.
Okay. Like 5 stars.
Yeah. Yeah. It's where Ian Fleming, who wrote all of the 007 novels, that was his house. And then Chris Blackwell, who is the owner or, creator of Island Records, who like Bob Marley was signed to, Island Records famous. He bought it and turned it into this like sprawling resort. And so that's
the
why
spot.
That's the spot.
Ooh, okay. So if anyone wants to take me to this Goldeneye resort,
that's where you go. 1000%.
Yeah, it's vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation goals. That is pretty insane. So it sounds like before Jamaica, there was really no time for you to really enjoy the trip.
Oh, no.
You just working.
No, I went to Spain last year for my birthday, and I was like, oh, so this is what it was like. Because I didn't.
I was here, but I don't
was
remember.
Here,
none
but
of
I
this.
don't. Oh wow, this is new. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like we were on set for 12 hours a day, and then you just go stuff your face and then go to bed because you had to have. It was like a 5 a.m. call time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I decided I didn't want to be a stylist. I was like, if this is what it is, no fucking way. Like, get me out of here. So that's how I ended up in just working for fashion brands because I was like, styling? No.
Yeah, that is a tough gig when you think about it in totality, like the La Roches of the world and everything else. You're doing a lot of running around.
You're doing a lot of running around, and it's like schlepping and hauling bags. And
you need a truck.
No,
you need an assistant.
Literal. I did some styling work last year for a friend of mine, and I made good money. But I was like, I cannot. She asked me to do it again, and I'm like, I cannot do it again. No. I can't. actually just like sold all of my clothes like that I use for styling. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't even have
care.
an archive for you to pull.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm like, I don't even have the library anymore. So
You were out the game.
yeah, I definitely retired after that. So
At least you had a really phenomenal experience. I will say that's really cool to even have the opportunity to travel that much.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't enjoy it, it doesn't even matter.
no, I didn't
matter.
see those countries, so I want to go back. You know. But
Yeah, like one by one. Like,
yeah.
All right, Croatia.
Croatia
next.
was sickening.
Oh, you went back?
I haven't gone back. I just
Oh,
remember it, like staring out of the window, you know.
You're like,
in the
I'm
car.
coming back to enjoy this.
Yeah, it was gorgeous, but it was like, yeah, didn't really get to see it. So,
Bummer.
yeah.
Well, hopefully it's still pretty when you go back.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'll go with you.
Oh, let's go.
I'm down.
Let's go.
Did you get to meet Hugh Hefner at all during your time?
I did very briefly. It was like we rolled up to the mansion, and
Mansion.
that's where I met. I believe it was just Holly and Hugh. I feel like maybe I met Kendra, but maybe not. Maybe she wasn't there or something. But yeah, that's when I saw the inside of it, and I was like, oh. This
You're
is not
gross.
Yeah. This is not what I expected it to be, but he was cool.
He was nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sure he's a cool old man.
Yeah.
It's just, he's had a lot of things going on.
You know, that's what he started throwing parties to like pay for like living. That's why all those parties were happening. Because like Playboy wasn't really like making any money after the 80s.
Interesting.
Because it just wasn't like what it was. So that's when that era of like Hugh Hefner happened. They would rent the mansion out for events because it's iconic, you know?
Yeah.
So
That is interesting. I remember in high school, one of my English teachers was telling us how good Playboy was as a publication, like as a read.
yeah.
Not just the naked women.
No, yeah, it was like they had incredible like literary pieces in there.
Yeah.
So
It was that they had writers, I'm assuming.
they had writers, but then they'd have like really reputable guest writers.
Oh, okay.
And just serious political stories. Like it was a cool magazine. Like they're collectibles now because they had incredible authors in there contributing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the photographs were incredible too. They'd be shot by really reputable photographers.
Yeah, it was very tasteful.
Yeah.
Very tasteful.
Yeah. But then it just fell off. And then what was that? The competitor, what's the other?
Hustler?
I think it was Hustler.
Or Penthouse?
I think it was Penthouse.
Penthouse
Like
is-
that served the man that really just did.
Yeah, that one was a lot more expose,
Yeah.
raunchy.
Yeah, and it was like, Playboy was like GQ with porn, it was
like
the
classy porn.
gentleman's magazine. And then I think during the 80s no one cared anymore. It was Reagan's 80s. So they were just like, I just want to see porn.
Very true. I think Pamela Anderson did carry that company or that brand on her back for the 90s.
You're right.
Because, she was on a lot of covers. And
But then it got kind of like, I don't think it was like what it was in the 90s. You know what I mean? I think it went the more hustler Penthouse route, right?
it started to, I think in like the early 2000s, it was still tasteful as far as like photo shoots and celebrities went.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, there's a lot of competition. I feel like Sports Illustrated is another one where it's like, being the girl on that was just as important as being a playmate.
You're right.
And then
Even Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret, anything that had sex appeal was a threat.
Yeah.
But then the internet kind of killed everybody. Because
Yeah.
nobody buys magazines.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
tricky. It's
Yeah.
just like fashion, just like how everything just kind of, I feel like they have a chance to come back, and I can see they're trying to be more body positive and inclusive, and they have all kinds of playmates now. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But just like anything, that just is trendy.
Yeah.
I hate to say.
Yeah.
We're only body positive for like a year, and then we go
Yeah.
right back to the bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot. It's like what
always.
happened.
Yeah, like
You know.
I don't know if you follow The Cut or one of these other fashion Instagrams, but they were talking about how like, oh, well, what happened to body positivity
Yeah.
campaigns? We don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's a wave, you ride the wave, it crashes, and
I mean,
go
everything
back.
kind of that happened over the pandemic, all the work people did, I feel like it fell to the wayside. We're right back
Oh yeah,
to where we started, So that's really unfortunate, but
that is the dangers of or not just Instagram, but just the internet, because everything's just, it's important for the moment. It's microwavable. It's hot. It's trendy. Even if it's political, it's just trendy.
But see, that's where I bring back, circling back on TikTok. I really feel like it's a very political app, and
It can be.
that's half the reason why they want to ban it, because there is so much information that isn't accessible anywhere else. Like,
Very true.
it's I just, yeah,
I think the new enemy with that, though, is the algorithm, because you see all of the great informative things. If I get on there, it might be a lot of bullshit, just funny shit and things to make me laugh all day, but nothing informative.
but
Or
you
like,
have to train your algorithm like a pet.
I've learned, and it still keeps going into some bullshit. I'm
It's
like,
because you're watching
what is
it.
this?
It's it's you.
I'm the problem.
It's you. You're the problem.
I'm ashamed, and that's why I will stay off TikTok. I'm just not gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's like getting into quicksand. Like, I know once I stick my toe in there, I'm gonna be neck deep.
Yeah. It takes like a month to train your algorithm too. So yeah, you got to put in a little bit of work to get it to be just right.
No, thank you. Have you gone to any Playboy parties? Or get invited?
No, never. I never did that, which is kind of sad. Like,
Would you have gone?
I mean, like, okay, so I was here in LA in the roaring 2000s.
Yes,
and I
roaring.
just feel like that's when the mansion was really popping off. But it would have been seedy, so I'm kind of glad I stayed away, because I've been involved in some questionable party behavior, in my time. So yeah. I mean, it's something that I always wanted to experience, but then I had the experience of going there during the daytime and seeing what it really was. And so then I'm like, would I have enjoyed it if I went to a mansion party, So
It looks
have you?
like no. I feel like I wasn't here yet. I feel like the hottest time was that early 2000 period.
Yeah, like the Paris Hilton period.
The Paris Hilton era. That
Yeah.
was the time. But it looked like all the parties were outside of the house anyway.
Yeah. Like in
they
the pool
knew.
area.
The
Yeah.
pool area, or like they set up canopies and it was a whole production.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling nobody was all up in that house like that.
Yeah.
After rewatching these episodes and all the dog shit, I believe it.
Yeah.
Because like Kendra just lets her dog do whatever he wants.
Didn't
I was like,
all of them have like 3 dogs or something crazy?
Literally. And then there's like a house dog. It was so many pets.
Yeah.
So many pets.
And then they had like grounds pets, like, what do you call it?
Brown's pets.
Like peacocks and stuff like that.
He
I
had
think.
a zoo license or some weird shit,
Yeah.
because he had a lot of exotic animals. And like, even then, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? I can only imagine how much it costs to have like that. The maintenance on that house was probably insane.
Yeah.
In like $50K a month or something wild.
Yeah,
I would throw a charity every week if I had to.
Yeah, that's why he started renting out the grounds to like corporations to have parties and so
Well,
yeah.
R.I.P. The house is probably sold off now, right?
Is it?
I don't know. I could have been making that up, but I thought there was like trouble financially anyway before he passed. And I think they were saying that he was willing to sell it, lease it. I don't know. Because he has multiple houses. It's not just that.
Right.
But
maybe it like got sold to, maybe I think it's now a permanent like event space. And that's
put it
just
on,
what it is.
Pure Space?
Yeah, exactly.
Or Airbnb?
Oh my God, I have so much to research after this podcast.
I know. We're leaving with more questions than
I
answers.
know.
That's real. Because, like, that would be a great...
Listeners, do you know anything?
Listen, tell us at girlwhat_pod. Let us know if this house is on Airbnb. That might be a creepy experience, no lie.
Yeah.
You might see a ghost, but I could see that being online for, like, $1,000 a night, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you have access to all the grounds, the grotto. That grotto sounded nasty.
Yeah.
Like, orgies are happening there.
Yeah.
Every time. Gross.
Yeah. See, I think that's like, it's so interesting that was just an accepted thing in our society. Like, we all knew what was happening there. It was essentially porn. It, but there was this element of like weird luxury attached to it. I don't know. Like,
that's the thing. Like, what we deemed as like luxurious and cool at the time was so strange.
Yeah.
So strange. But we accepted it. I mean, I believed it at the time. I thought the girls were having a fucking blast. So I'm like, oh, they want to be here.
Yeah.
They love it. They enjoy it. And he's just kissing them all in the mouth. And I'm just like, wow. I mean, okay. I didn't know what polygamy or anything was at the time. But essentially that's what it was from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Who knew it wasn't like a mutual exclusive thing?
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what you do for money and exposure and fame, I think that's like LA personified,
That is the LA way for a lot of girls and boys.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It doesn't matter who now. But yeah, no, I've seen it. I've seen it outside of that situation. It is real. And props to the girlies. However, you really got to know yourself too. So when you come out of those situations, you come out safely and soundly, and hopefully with your best foot forward. But I don't know. I couldn't imagine. Do you think in your younger years you could be either one of his girlfriends?
No.
What if you got your own room? Like Kendra.
So I always tell this story like, okay, I mentioned that I was 44, so I'm old. And when I went into college, it was when, what's that MTV show where everyone lived in the house together?
Real World. Oh, I loved Real World.
So I don't know what Real World it was. I think maybe it was 2 or 3. I don't.
Oh.
So they came to my college to recruit, but I don't remember what city they went to afterwards.
Okay.
But I had like a boyfriend back home, but I had met someone in college, and I told the interviewer that, and they were like, "Oh, so you sleep with both of them?" And I'm like, "No, no. I mean, not really." But it was like I could see what he was getting at. Like I was like at a crossroads. I was like, I could play up the fact that I could say that I'm a hoe and I have 2 boyfriends, and that's what they're looking for. They want that.
They wanted something spicy.
Or I could just go the integrity route, and now I'm not 90s famous.
Now you're boring, right?
Yeah,
Now you're not gonna get recruited.
I'm not like a reality TV star because
You told the truth.
yeah, I'm like, I realized at that moment, because during high school, I used to try out for. I was a little aspiring actress, and I was in like some music videos when I was younger, but I realized in that moment that like I wasn't down for the price of fame. Like I was like, okay, I'm not that person, I don't want my future tarnished by like this one little moment. So yeah.
It is very exposing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're willing to put yourself out there at all costs. It is very risky.
Yeah, and I just didn't have it in me. So yeah, I would never be his girlfriend. I would be maybe like his personal assistant or something like that. I don't know, something. I would have worked for him, but
I was about to say that could still be tricky. What if he's like, I still want you to live here. You'll have your own room.
I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I would be on the show just as long as I didn't have to sleep with anything.
What about the curfew?
Oh, the curfew?
He's like, you got to be back by 8.
It depends on how much money they're offering.
Okay, fair. So you would have been smart. You would have negotiated a little bit. Like, well, how much are we talking?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't even know how much they were really getting, but was it really enough to like be doing all that?
Well, I remember Bridget said, I think she'd been there for 4 years and she'd saved up $1 million. And
wow.
But I'm like, that's a lot of hours to have put in, you know what I mean? Like how
it is a lot.
What does that break down to per month? I'm not good at math, but
it's a good chunk. I mean, this is assuming if it's like gross,
but like, she like never spent money on anything, she said.
Oh, she
so
really
the other
just
girls
saved
were spending. Yeah, she literally put every penny away. She didn't have like a quality of life where she was saving the money or spending the money and had money left over. So to me, it felt like not that much considering,
Yeah. And I think she was a little bit older than the other girls.
Yeah, she was.
So she, maybe, who knows? She was probably making a different amount.
And like $1 million doesn't go far in LA when you really think about it. Like if you're not on the show afterwards and you don't have anything lined up, that $1 million can go really quickly. So I think like I'm just curious about where she is now and what she's doing and how she's maintaining, because that was a long time ago.
That was a while ago. I mean, who knows? I'm assuming she was smart about it. Maybe got her some property. But I did see that her and Holly have a podcast.
Oh, really?
Now. I want to listen to it at some point. I just haven't, but I just saw that recently on my feed today. It was funny because the minute I put on YouTube The Girl Next Door, now I'm getting Holly stuff, Bridget stuff. And I'm like, ugh, no, I didn't want to look at this. I don't look at none of this.
This was just research.
Yeah, this is research purpose to see how good or bad the show was.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. Even their voices were like, Puffin. The puffin thing drove me nuts. I'm like, oh, Holly, please.
Yeah.
What a
but,
show.
It's really interesting the parallels you can draw between like the Kardashians and that show, from the even the voices
easily.
And I don't know, there must be something to that, just monotone, annoying voices.
I think that was an era thing too, because Paris did it all the time. It was just I'm going to party. I'm going to Hef's house. Like it's a thing. It's very Valley Girl in LA too.
Yeah.
So it's a mock. It feels like it's mocking LA people, for real. Yeah. But an end of an era. I will just say it was meant to be a good time, not a long time. It's not it's not something we can say we're proud of, but I was entertained. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. As a teen at the time, I was like, I want to go there. I want to go party. Yeah. Not knowing the circumstances.
It was very aspirational, but when you look at it now, I'm like, what? What are my standards?
Yeah. You start looking at it like, absolutely not. Not that house. Not those rugs and that wall. Like, what is going on? It was like medieval times. It was like a castle. Yeah. Like, I can smell it. Yeah. I just know it's stale.
It's musty. Just musty and dusty.
The AC probably don't even work everywhere.
No.
Oh, wow. What a time. Overall, looking back, did you enjoy the experience? Do you regret the experience?
I think it's more like your life is just like a series of learnings. And I can safely say it was very intense. It was an intense experience. But I have so many stories that I've come away with.
Yeah.
And it made me make a lot of decisions about my future and my life, and really fast. I think it was like 3 months of my life and changed the course of my life. I'm like, I don't want to be a stylist. I do want to be in fashion. I don't want to work for people, like rich people, So for that, I am thankful. Like, I learned a lot in a very short amount of time. And it's like cool LA stories. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of Gen Z women that work for me now, and they're like, Simone, you have stories about tons of stories about LA. And I'm like, oh yeah, I am that old person now. Like, I just have in my day, but yeah, it's all, I love that I have stories, I have experiences,
great.
and that's what life is about,
100%. Experiences are wonderful. That's what you have.
I'd rather have experiences than not,
Yeah. Because, like, money comes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
The experience is what really lasts.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you have the stories. And I'm very thankful that you shared that with us today.
I'm glad to be here. This was fun.
Yay. Would you like to plug any of your socials, TikToks, or anything?
Oh, my IG is Simone Serrial, Serrail.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm probably shadow banned, so it doesn't come up. So you have to type out the whole thing.
Why are you
I don't know.
talking about Beyonce too much?
Yeah, exactly. She's like,
nope.
She's like, Instagram, yeah, block her. That's it. I mean, if you want to see some TikToks, funny TikToks, hit me up. Follow.
No, yeah.
Follow for
her
a follow.
for the TikToks. If you don't want to do the scrolling yourself,
Yeah.
she'll do the hard work for you.
I mine for TikToks, and I'm really good at it. So
You do curate like a whole vibe of TikToks.
yeah,
It's like, wow, these really do align.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah. I'll do like a little art series. I'll do like
Yeah.
comedy. I'll do Black History. That's another one of my little faves. So
I love it.
yeah.
She's well-rounded, folks. Follow her. And as always, you can follow the pod at girlwhat_pod or my personal page at Danielle Denise LA. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.